All right, so one of the things that we have to be the most careful with in similar triangles, and I'm actually going to do it first because I think that we want to be really, really careful with setting this stuff up, is playing around with the sides of the similar triangles. All right, so number one, similar triangles do not have congruent sides. All right, meaning if there's a side that's 4 in one of the similar triangles, there is no side that's 4 in the other similar triangles. It's just that's not how they work. All right. What does happen is there's a scale factor that we can use with proportions to solve for these. All right. So similar figures all will have a scale factor, often abbreviated with SF. All right. And side of original triangle over side of new triangle is equal to the scale factor. All right. What's the original and what's the new triangle? A lot of times it doesn't matter. All right. You just have to make sure that whatever triangle is in the top stays in the top. All right. The scale factor can be any pair of corresponding sides. And then remember that we have to set up proportions. All right. So the best proportions. Okay. Now, we're just going to go through and talk about setting these up. We're not actually going to solve a single thing in this section of the notes. All right. This is the best method to set things up, in my opinion. When I set up proportions, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a side of the smaller triangle and a side of the larger triangle and put them together. That's the scale factor for that triangle. All right, for this set of triangles. And then if I need to find another side, I'm going to do the exact same thing in another triangle, but with a different pair of sides. All right. I'm going to talk about color coding sides to make sure that things fit so I can look at proportions and tell, all right, what's going on. I can plug the scale factor in here. But if I cannot set these proportions up, then there is absolutely a 0% chance that I can solve any of these questions. Okay. So in all of the stuff in this unit, if you want to be good at this stuff, the most important thing to be able to do is this section about finding the scale factor, finding the proportions, figuring out which proportions are true, because that's going to make it so that when you have to set a proportion up, you're able to actually do that. So spend some time in the files, the A and the B file in here, and make sure that you are really, really good at this stuff before you move on to actually solve any problems. Because if you're not any good at this, solving the problems is going to be, just kind of guessing, and that never, ever, ever goes well.